Good evening. Glasgow's Queen Street station has been named Britain's most unpopular railway station. According to a survey by the independent watchdog Transport Focus, only 58% of travellers were satisfied with the station's arrival time information, waiting rooms and overall look. Glasgow Central also made the top 10. Katrina Renton reports.
Glasgow Queen Street station is undergoing a major transformation. For the first time since the 1970s, some of the original architecture is finally being revealed. But today, another revelation. It's Britain's most unpopular station.
I think it might have been, but I can see they're busy changing it all, so it's going to be fantastic when it's done.
It's pretty grim, is it?
Aye, it's quite a good walk as well, and just all the building stuff and that, but it's nice what they've uncovered. But it's a bit of a mess at the moment.
I don't know very much stations in Britain, but this is a terrible station.
Where are you from?
Holland.
So how does the manager feel about this?
Quite disappointed, but understandable. We are aware it's an inconvenience for our customers. It's a huge project. You know, we're moving everybody about. There's different phases of the redevelopment. But the excitement will come in 2020 once the station's completed.
The top priorities for passengers were arrival time information, waiting rooms and the overall look of the station. London King's Cross topped the poll with 96% approval. Glasgow Central made it into the top 10 with 91%, but Glasgow Queen Street was bottom with 58%. Transport Focus took the views of more than 28,000 passengers around Britain.
Basically because if you look round about, it's a building site just now. If you look at our results, London King's Cross finished top, but 10 years ago King's Cross was bottom because that was a building site. The challenge for ScotRail, Network Rail and the Scottish Government going forward is to really redevelop this station and turn it into the top station in Great Britain. It's possible.
The refurbishment here at Glasgow Queen Street Station is due to finish in 2020, and the people behind the project hope that it will go from being the least popular station in Britain to one of the favourites. Katrina Renton, reporting Scotland at Glasgow Queen Street Station.
The Aberdeen manager, Derek McInnes, says everyone at the club is praying for Sir Alex Ferguson's recovery. Sir Alex, who had huge success while at Pittodrie, remains in intensive care in hospital in Salford after suffering a brain hemorrhage at the weekend. Derek McInnes says if anyone can recover from such an illness, it's Sir Alex.
He's got a chance to fight it, and I'm sure everybody would do all they can, and here's hoping he can come through it, because you see the outpouring of affection and goodwill towards him. Having got to know him over the last few years, and obviously watched from outside, seeing how strong a manager he was, what's clear is his determination to pull through will certainly help him.
Rangers chairman Dave King has announced plans to launch a new share issue, which he says should raise £6 million. He says the money will not come from new external investment, but from current shareholders and investors. Mr King's added that although he's given a commitment to spend on the Rangers playing squad, he says he's not given new manager Steven Gerrard a precise figure. The man who won Scotland's first medal at last month's Commonwealth Games says he's desperate to back up that performance in front of a huge crowd this summer. Mark Austin took the bronze in the triathlon in the Gold Coast. Now he has his sights set on success at the European Championships here. Jane Lewis reports.
Triathlon is a major part of Mark Austin's life.
I think that's the first time I ever raced against a sort of British field.
And it has been for the last 13 years.
And how old were you?
14, yeah, didn't go too well. But
April's Commonwealth Games did go well.
Brilliant bronze for Mark Austin from Scotland.
A bronze medal among an impressive field, including Olympic champion Alistair Brownlee and his brother Johnny, who won silver in Rio.
I think it just proves to yourself that you are as good as you think you are, because it gets a time where we're like 23, 24, and I think that this is the time that it should be happening, so no one can ever take that away from me. I've got that medal forever now, and that's quite reassuring to know. Takes the pressure off a lot.
Mark Austin from Glasgow is riding with the brothers.
4 years ago, during Glasgow 2014, the Brownlee brothers wouldn't be beaten, as Austin fell away in the run. It's a return to that same venue for this summer's European Championships. This time the Scot is looking for a different outcome.
That's a massive, massive aim for me. I think going into it, yeah, I had top 5. That was my aim at the start of the winter, but I think, yeah, hopefully readjust that and really, aim for the podium or win. It's just another race where I'm going to try and be on the front for as long as I can.
Before that, he's packing his bags for Japan and the World Triathlon Series. But Glasgow follows and another medal chance. Jane Lewis, reporting Scotland.
Well, let's get the weather now from Judith.
Thank you, Jackie, and a very good evening to you. It's been feast or famine as far as the warm sunshine's concerned. We did see 23 in parts of the borders, eastern Scotland widely into the low 20s, but under the cloud across more northern areas, 9 degrees reported for Castley in Sutherland. But actually that cloud in the north continuing to thin and break as we head through the evening. So for much of Scotland we'll see some late sunshine, dry with fairly lengthy clear spells as we head through the overnight period, although we'll see some mist or fog patches forming, mist and low cloud feeding into the Solway area once again, and towards the west coast by the end of the night, clouds certainly thickening up. Overnight lows typically of around about 8 to 10 Celsius. So tomorrow starts off largely dry with spells of sunshine, that mist and fog towards the southwest, cloud generally increasing in the west with a band of rain pushing in here as we head through the course of the day. So come the afternoon it'll be a fairly cloudy affair for inland parts, but towards the west coast we'll certainly start to see much drier and indeed brighter, fresher conditions feeding in some good spells of sunshine, give or take the odd shower. Come inland, it'll be cloudy, outbreaks of showery rain. Still something sunnier towards the northeast and indeed Shetland as well. That cloud and rain eventually moving up here, but it does become somewhat cooler as that weather front moves in, and indeed fresher and indeed breezier as well. But plenty of dry weather for tomorrow evening. And then if we look at the pressure chart, we're back to the old Atlantic fair, bringing weather fronts and low pressure coming our way. So starting off largely dry on Wednesday, then this band of rain and windy conditions sweeping in across the country. That's your forecast, Jackie.
Thank you, Judith. I'll be back with an update at the later time of 10 to 11. From everyone in the team, enjoy the evening sunshine if you have it. Goodbye.